That's nice. So, Dave, where are we? Explain where we are.
We're in Beaufort, North Carolina.
And where are we at, Deb?
Beaumont. Beaufort.
So when I heard Carrie saying she had friends with high praises for a place called Moonrakers, I immediately envisioned the 1979 James Bond thriller movie, but Carrie laughingly said no. Moonrakers Coastal Cuisine, as it's officially called, features 14-foot high open ceilings, a display kitchen that could be on any high-end Food Network show, and looking around, what you'll want to do when you're here, you can see several custom murals, paintings, and they all can be purchased as well too, so that's pretty cool. Okay, salute, cheers.
Cheers.
I'm the DD.
Yeah.
Designated driver.
Yeah. Cheers.
DD.
So high.
Triple D. Designated driver name.
Okay, what do you think?
This is bad.
And what was the name of that beer?
Oh, good. What's it
What
called
was the
again?
name of the beer?
So it is called a Black Cherry Bama Lama.
Bama Lamb.
Bama Lama. It's
Black
delicious.
cherry.
It is delicious. Did you want me to get you a whole glass or are you good for Sharon for right now?
I'm good for Sharon.
Driver, so I'm going to take one sip.
Very good. Jackie Blue.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Oh, cute. And I'm shocked you didn't get sweet potato.
That's good.
Fries.
Moonrakers is named after the rectangle sail flown in the uppermost height of a three-masted 17th century ship. This restaurant is a state-of-the-art, three-floor upper casual full-service restaurant with a really cool rooftop dining area and bar, all located right here in the heart of beautiful Beaufort Historical District. Unfortunately, we were here during COVID, so this beautiful rooftop bar and deck was not enjoyed by us, but we're checking her out anyways. I'd like to thank Carrie's friends for recommending this location for a luncheon. Excellent. Food was tasty, the drinks were great, the views were unbelievable. I believe it was Taylor Creek, more like an ocean inlet, I think, though, than a creek, but it was excellent. And very warm, comfortable vibe in here. We felt like we're at home, and here we are, 500, 800 miles from home, so it was great. We loved it. The North Carolina Maritime Museum, there we go, in Beaufort, and our tour guides, aka my older brother, says this is the place to go, but next time. Tour guide Carrie says Cape Lookout is famous. The town is pretty quaint.
They're
and cool,
famous
though.
for their lighthouse.
The town, the city of New Bern, and we head down through James City on US 70 East, and we go through the village of Havelock, and here's the Marine Corps Air Base. You can see the airstrips. And we continue down this way to Newport, and then into Morehead City, along here, and then across the waterway here into Beaufort, North Carolina. And then we came back after lunch there, and we went across this bridge, and we're now on Bogues Banks, these are called down here. And this one is called Atlantic Beach. And now we are currently in Fort Macon. This thing fired out 30 pounders. 30-pounder mortar shells. You heard, you like quarter pounders? This thing was throwing 30 pounders.
30 pounders.
We'd go down there to get it.
Fort Macon was a 2015 North Carolina State Park of the Year. And guess what, Debbie?
Admission is free.
And when you get a value like that and it's free, it's a must-do in our opinion. We're proud to show our viewers some of what Fort Macon and the beach area has to offer. I see alligators. Dave's getting cold.
There's a breeze blowing up through here.
This perfectly restored antebellum fort is also a museum and education center. Our video skims through just a small part of what this site has to offer.
And we'd recommend at least a full afternoon, if not a whole day, if you really want to take it all in.
Absolutely. There's a lot here to take in, so plan accordingly, guys.
Yes.
Okay, put your hand down there, Debbie, and show us how big that freaking borehole is. Stick your head right in there.
I put my head in there.
Ooh. Let's see if we can slide her in there.
No.
Shoot her out of a cannon.
Beaufort was one of North Carolina's first harbors to be designated as a port of entry during colonial times. Along with this came the dangers of raids from the sea by hostile nations. Sometimes it was devious pirates such as the infamous Blackbeard. On our last video, Newbern, we actually visited a pirate-themed bar/restaurant,
yeah.
and you immediately got a vibe on how much Blackbeard played a big part in the history of this region. I'll throw a link down below in the description if you're interested in watching that video.
I'm like the little kid in the group.
Well,
Show off. You got that part right. Show off.
Oh, you had told me to do it. You challenged
You always
me.
do what I tell you.
Well, when it's
I
a
was your
challenge,
boss.
it's a challenge.
Let's see, look.
I could have my first.
Let's see, Debbie, get up on the...
Oh, yeah, I can do it. Leave me alone.
Yeah. It was a struggle.
It was a little bit.
The need for a good defense for this inlet was clearly illustrated back in 1747, I think it was. Spanish raiders attacked the English colony of Beaufort. These Spanish raiders actually captured and occupied the entire town of Beaufort in 1782.
But so construction on this fort began in 1826 to defend what we previously mentioned. It was completed in 1834 and named after U.S. Senator Nathaniel Macon. During the start of the Civil War, the state of North Carolina seized Fort Macon. The Confederate force here was later attacked in 1862, I believe, and the fort fell into Union's possession, right?
Union took it over, yep.
Yes.
For the duration of the Civil War, I think the harbor was served as a coaling station,
I
so
believe, yeah.
the ships were basically steam powered, so
using
the
coal.
fuel was coal, so they would actually use this harbor as a coaling station or a
Or the
refilling
boilers,
station to,
yeah.
exactly. So using coal for the boilers,
Yeah.
that was the way it was back here. Later, I think in 1867, Fort Macon became a state prison. I believe that was for 9 years.
Yeah.
Yep. And after the Spanish-American War, the fort was closed in 1903.
Yes. In 1924, though, the state of North Carolina purchased it for $1.
Yeah, a buck, yeah.
Making it into a state park. So it was restored in 1934, but with the upcoming World War II in the late 1930s, early 40s.
They garrisoned, in other words, took it back over
Yeah.
for WW2. But this would be the last time the 424-acre site would become a defense post.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't active again as a fort anymore.
Yeah. According to what we think we read correctly,
Exactly.
so
You guys go there and check all this out because there's tons of facts and they're all great facts and great history to learn. So
we're trying to remember what we saw. So
we try.
we try.
Looking east here, then around the corner 90 degrees will be Atlantic Beach, followed by Pine Knoll Shores, then Emerald Isle, which is in the far hazy distance.
Yes, and that's what your brother David pointed out on the map, but he called it Bowes Banks.
Bowes Banks, yep.
Yeah.
And then you're seeing now the fort, which is with the moat, used to be filled with water, and that helps slow any foot traffic or oncoming
Soldiers and pirates.
attempting to ambush by land.
Mary, hi.
Hey.
Where you at?
I'm at Beaufort.
You're in your happy.
I know.
North Carolina.
So if she's happy, then that means
Right,
you're
happy
happy.
life, happy.
Yeah. Life.
Exactly.
This is where we last saw Kenny and Debbie
Yards KJ,
in
right
North
outside.
Carolina. They have not been seen since.
Help! Help! She's attacking me.
Say yellow.
I'm innocent.